these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big scam when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Check. Go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 99. Check 99. Kill, 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 kill.
On first down, Benjamin. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. First and 10 at the 19. Throwing on first down is Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Come.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Like 22 is down.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Ready.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Minshew, first and 10. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Give them 32 on the play. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. He's coming. Double up.
80 weapons.
He's coming. Double up. Rush in. Rush in.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They look to throw. It's locked. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number one.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 40, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Freeman. 93 yards, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is now 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Let's get it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Slam, slam, slam. 36, 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
There's a party now. Shift, shift. Six, bullet high. 50, check right 50. Not today. Hey, exit.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Smooth. Get it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Go out. Check three, check three. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run.
Come on, fellas. Down. 30 base. 44.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Quick edge. Come. 49, check 40. Look at me. Go. 5.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
Check.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Out. You go tight. You got tight.
This is Freeman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey. He's mine. 44 is mine. 44 is mine.
Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Fair. Check.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Royce Freeman is going to be stopped short. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slapped into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, it's Freeman, and he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Hey, time. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Stop your whining.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Minshew. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Silver. Hey, orbit. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 30 base. Hey, wahoo! That's what I do. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. 44's the mic.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 31. Alert 3. Alert 3. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Ready. They'll run on first down. Moss. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On first down, Freeman. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now to the air, Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check, check. Hey, high 7. Gone, gone. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go.
On third down, Lock. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
What we got? Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Set 18 Gator. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Five.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, I'm coming. 25. Hey, lock it. 25. Go.
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 16-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Minshew sets to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Come on,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's checking Craig. Watch the safety creep.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 24. General West. Watch out. Big grip.
Here's Minshew. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Undercrush. Hey, watch this. Topper! Crunch! Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Rush in. No. Off. Go, run.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Tighten up. Check 43. Joker. Check 52. Check. Ready.
Here's Freeman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Hey, Sam off. Slam. Hard. Shift. Ready.
On 3rd down, Moss. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 25-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check, 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 check. Boom! Yeah, baby. Okay, ready? 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Tackles, tackles.
Now Minshew. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is...
To throw is Locke. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. Complete. It's Johnson. As he will take this one up to the 19-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now Locke. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yo, 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 go, go. 50's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Go, Mike.
Back to throw. Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close